And the other one has a familiar name, so I know it's a familiar sequel. I'm guessing Slumber Party Massacre 3. And now we're approaching the 90s!
Slumber Party Massacre 3. I don't know much about this movie either. I'm trying to... I doubt it's as good as the sequel.
Oh, the sequel with the guy with the... Looks like Dice Kid with the drill?
Yeah, I'm trying to think... Let me see if I can find anything on this.
It's funny because Cutting Class and this one, it says something on the bottom of it. I don't know if it's available in a box set. It says Massacre Collection.
Oh.
If you look at the bottom of the covers they show here, so maybe they're part of a box set or something, or a 3-pack. It's weird. It's on the bottom. It says Massacre Collection.
It says, after a hard day of volleyball at the beach, a teen whose parents are away decides to have a summer party with her girlfriends. Their boyfriends predictably show up to scare them, but a stranger from the beach is also seen lurking around the house. Soon the group begins experiencing... Oh, they fucked it up on the... Sorry, they fucked it up on the plot summary here, folks. Basically, it's a crazy motherfucker with a drill killing people.
Wow, that's so original. I like that.
And just, yet again, for some reason, all these Slumber Party Massacres are directed by women, which is strange.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, it's just that. I didn't say you said it was bad. I mean, I just, maybe somebody might be like, but what's wrong with women? It's not there's nothing wrong with women. I mean, it'd be nice to see. I mean, it's different. You normally don't see that, though. I mean, the director slasher movie.
A woman who directed Pet Sematary. It's like,
it's interesting. That's what it is. Yeah.
Unfortunately, don't know too much about it, but actually thinking about that made me remember another film, which they don't have on the list. Because previously we were talking about Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
This one actually has George Clooney.
Really?
And it's Return to Horror High.
I remember something that movie like that. It was kind of like a little bit of a movie within a movie.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a comedy too.
Yeah, I remember that one. It was something about that they're filming a slasher movie, but there's actually a killer running around killing the actors.
Yeah, I mean, they're filming there was long ago there was a serial killer at this high school, and this movie company decides to make a movie about the events, and then like George Clooney was the star, and he's only in the film. I mean, he was the star of the movie within the movie, but then he's like the first one to disappear. And the thing of it was, I'm gonna give it away because I don't think people will find it.
Yeah.
As it's going along, you think, oh shit, you find out that it's hard to explain because I didn't understand the first time I saw it. Apparently, before all this happened, the group found out that there was a killer going to be there, and they planned to have certain people disappear. And just at the end, you have all these cops like looking around these dead bodies, and all the bodies get up, and it's the film crew faking their deaths, and I guess for their film, and because they realized that it was going to happen beforehand, and this guy and his girlfriend actually stopped the real killer. I think he killed like 1 or 2 people, or I don't know. It was confusing. I have to watch it again, but I remember watching it going, what the fuck is this? And then I had to watch it again, and I sort of understood a little bit more, but I don't know. For some reason, I kind of liked it was a different type of film. It was a different type of movie. If people can know...
I've heard of the movie before. I remember seeing it a long time ago. They used to give it a lot on cable. I don't know. I saw like a little bit of it, and like I don't know. Like I didn't maybe the part with people getting back up. Like I don't know what happened. It lost me a little bit there on that one, maybe. But I haven't seen it since. I don't know if it made DVD format or what. Yeah. Did it?
Yeah, I have the DVD in my collection.
Oh, you do? Oh, all right, cool.
It's actually on a double bill with Return of the Killer Tomatoes, which also has George Clooney.
Wow.
I actually like that movie because it doesn't take itself seriously on purpose.
Oh, yeah.
Because there's a scene in that one where they break the fourth wall and say, shit, they don't say shit, it's like, oh, we're out of money. So what do we do? It says, well, we gotta do product placement. So basically they have all this product placement everywhere in the scene. There's like the scene which George Clooney just keeps mentioning is, I like some Pepsi. Can I have some Pepsi? And they look at the camera and they just don't take... They
don't take the movie seriously, yeah. They break the fourth wall. Sounds interesting. I remember seeing that. I think Return of the Killer Tomatoes actually spawned a cartoon, if I'm not mistaken. It did, I think. I remember seeing a cartoon they gave of it. It had almost the same type of character. You had these two muscular guys that are like the villains or whatever. They go from tomato to human or whatever. It's just ridiculous movie or whatever. But they don't take it seriously, so that's what makes it interesting. Oh man. So now,
I mean, I just need to put that out.
Of course, why not? No doubt, man. All right. Now we got, I guess, another massacre movie, Sorority House Massacre 2.
Gee, I wonder I don't know, some of this just looks like the same.
It does. In the bottom of Cutting Class and on the cover of Slumber Party Massacre 3, they say Massacre Collection. So I'm thinking there's gotta be some kind of box set for these 3 fucking movies. Maybe that's what it is. Some kind of, because they said it on the bottom there.
Yeah, it's 5 sorority sisters who move into a big mansion, and they're menaced by a fat, zombie-like next-door neighbor named Orville Ketchum. Orville, that's like Orville Redenbacher or something.
I wonder if that's that fat motherfucker that was in Freddy's Dead, that played the lead, the teenage girl's abusive father or something.
Oh, I mean, this is the character's name.
Because I know there's an actor that's a big fat guy named Orville or whatever, or something like that. I don't know if that's the same actor. It's a big fat dude, or whatever like that.
Yeah,
he played a killer in the movie. I don't know if this is the movie. Like, he has a hook or whatever. Maybe this is it. I see a hook in the cover there. Big fat fuck guy or whatever, like, and stuff like that. Some spirit is taking over his body and he's killing these girls and stuff. And he has a hook.
Yeah.
And his character plays the spirit of somebody named Clive or something. I don't know. If that's the movie, I don't know. It sounds familiar though. Because the spirit ends up leaving his body and Orville ends up in the hospital all bandaged up like a mummy. Stuff. It's a weird movie. I don't know if that's it though. I mean, it doesn't look like it takes itself seriously. I wonder, is that the one directed by Jim Wanakowski, the same guy who directed Chop? That might be it. I think I seen it a long time ago. Yeah, that's
maybe you've seen this one a long time ago.
Yeah, maybe I have. It's already. Maybe that's probably the same fucking movie. I know it sounds familiar though.
Because Jim Wynorski did direct it.
Yeah, it sounds
same
familiar.
Guy who directed. I think he did Chopping Mall.
Chopping Mall, Return of Swamp Thing. He directed.
So yeah, maybe you did see this.
Maybe I did see that, but I remember the ending being silly though. Because the lead girl fucks him up. Like, you see in these slasher movies where the lead girl fucks up the killer. Hitting him with this, hitting him with that to get away from the killer. Yeah. And I guess the spirit comes out of him. I forgot where the spirit goes, if it dies or whatever. But I remember the ending scene, after the credits, you see Orville in a hospital, all bandaged and mummied up. But it's playing for silliness. I'm like, damn. Like, you don't remember, like, how the fuck I got like this? It's just ridiculous. I don't know. I mean, I gotta see it again. But I remember, Jim Wanakowski. I mean, I know he did this weird movie which was with Tracy Lords called Not of This Earth.
Okay.
That was the last. I believe that was the last movie Tracy Lords did, where she showed nudity. Very last movie, because all that scandal that happened. Tracy Lords and her backstory and stuff with.
Right.
And all that stuff like that. So that was the last time, she gave her moon, her culo shot, her ass shot, in the screen with her, and everything like that. About some alien from another planet that takes off his glasses and electrocutes women with his eyes and his mouth, bzzz, and then hits them with some kind of suction thing on their neck and sucks their blood out. It's a weird type of thing, movie, and whatever. Same director, Yeah, crazy director, Jim Wanakowski, man. Because Chopping Mall's a classic, of course.
Yeah, exactly. It's a fun movie.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
With that girl who's in Night of the Comet, who is extremely good looking.
Yeah, she still look good, man. Look very good. She got DSL.
What was her name? Kelly Maroney.
Kelly Maroney, yeah. Yeah, man. Beautiful. Amazing.
Sorry, we're a little bit dazed just from the image.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, man. Hey, you heard that I heard rumors they are working on, I don't know if this is off topic, they're working on a remake of Night of the Comet.
Really?
I heard rumors of it. I don't know if they went through or not. I think that was a while back and stuff. But I don't know. If you do that, if you do that, that's like a zombie movie. You think about it, really, or an infected movie, really.
Yeah.
I mean, what else can you go with it? That's like right now they're doing the Crazies. Why? It's a zombie and it's an infected movie. That's all it is. The only good thing that can come out of that, you might see Timothy, I love Fantastic, whatever the fuck his name is, get fucked up. That's about it. You know?
Not likely.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows? He may get fucked up. He might try to talk with his teeth. They're infected. Now we gotta go in here. Right in this room right here. Ah! You forget. That's tough.
You're a big fan of Timothy Olyphant.
I'm not the only one. Look at Kevin Smith.
Yeah.
That's how I was happy to know. I was happy to know I wasn't the only one that felt that way about him when I seen that Evening with Kevin Smith, the three view. Oh man, just had me cracking up, man. I liked Kevin Smith before when he did that show. I loved him now. I was like, this motherfucker. Oh man, but anyway, back to the topic at hand. I mean, I don't know. I remember that final part. It looked like a silly slasher movie, but maybe you can have fun with it. I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't say it's the best of all time, but for made to video, it looked like it was a made to video movie, obviously, because I don't think there was any solo slasher movies out in the theater at the time besides, you know, Jason and of course Freddy and
exactly.
Stuff. Yeah. But I don't know about that one. Anything you want to add about Sorority House Massacre 2 or no?
No, I can't think of. I haven't seen it. Don't know too much about it.
Now I think the next one, I'm not sure. I think they might be a trailer for this one called A Cat in the Brain.
Yeah, I've heard of this one. It's Lucio Fulci directed it, and he sort of stars as himself.
Oh, I think I remember Mike showed me this trailer.
It's very bloody. I mean, basically he has these visions, and he goes to a psychiatrist who uses Lucio Fulci's visions to commit brutal murders in real life. I think this is the one you have a kid riding like a little tricycle. And I think like somehow like the kid gets his head cut off all of a sudden.
Oh damn!
Randomly, and I don't know. I remember it being extremely gory, but that's about it.
Wow.
I mean, I don't know. I'll probably find the trailer, and you guys will know how gory it is.
Well, maybe clips. If they have any clips, I think the trailer is up somewhere. I know one time Mike showed it to us. I think we were looking at this. Yeah, and everything. I don't know what to say about Cat in the Brain. I mean, I don't know. I guess I'll wait for your review on that one, Matt. Or if anyone out there has insight about it, like I've said a bunch of times in this videos. So, I mean, we're just winging it. We don't. Some of these movies we've heard of, some we're like, we don't know them. And stuff.
Well, you know a lot about the next one, of course.
Of course, yes. The first one I was allowed to see, you know, Leatherface, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3. Now, I understand they say this is the weaker of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies, but I don't feel it's the director's fault, you know. It's that scum. It was Bob Shea along with the fucking foreign distributor who was all scared and shit about the actual scenes they had in the movie when they showed it to the test audience or whatever, and they fucked up, and Bob Shea along with the foreign distributor fucked up the negative, and to the point where Jeff Burr confronted Mike DeLuca and told him to take his name off the fucking movie. Mike DeLuca was like, what? I want my name off the fucking movie! Screaming on the phone and everything, but it was too late to take his name off the movie because his name was already on the final print. So they couldn't remove his name. And that was probably one of the reasons why Jeff Burr had trouble finding work after this movie. Now, Jeff Burr, if you could backtrack to him, or if you know the guy's work, he did Stepfather 2, and he also did this movie, The Offspring, aka From a Whisper to a Scream, which is an anthology movie. I'm not sure if it's still uploaded. I doubt it. No, it's not. No, it's not uploaded no more. Because I know Mike had it on Horrific Cinema, but then that's gone now, so I don't think that's gone. But if you can find the movie, it's a good movie. It's an anthology movie that has a good cast in it. Very gory, you know, good stories. But anyway, this movie pretty much erases the knowledge of Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. And you have that opening scene in which you have the narration. It talks about the whole thing about Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And after the narration is over, you see a woman getting a bone pink hammer right between her eyes. And you see the title Leatherface. And everything like that. And then you see a scene there. I believe K&B did work on this film. Even though we can't really see their effects at full effect. Thanks to Bob Shea and the fucking foreign distributor. New Line, pretty much. The New Line took this movie, and we have this girl played by Kate Hodge, who I always remember from this short TV show called She-Wolf of London. Got a nice rack on her too. Whew. You know, you got a chance to see the rack in Rapid Fire. She played the lead girl, the lead cop with Brandon Lee and everything like that. And the Brandon Lee got lucky with her. Hey, God bless him, in the movie. So what happened is she's going to deliver a car to, I guess, to her father, to Florida. So they're driving and she's with her, I guess, her boyfriend she's breaking up with, William Butler. Kind of a nerdy guy trying to be a doctor or whatever. And some stuff happened. They go to a gas station, which they bump into this weird gas station attendant played by Tom Everett, who you've seen him. Actually, he was one of the military people in the Transformers live-action movie, which is funny in retrospect. You see him playing this crazy character here called Alfredo, who kind of overdoes it a bit, but I don't know. I had a little fun with this crazy guy, you know. Shows up with some kind of thing scaring Kate Hodges' character. Look, I got you good. 369, get busy, 369, 369. Oh, we're in a hurry. Can you listen? Oh, I see. I'm gonna serve you real good, man. California daddy, he like mumbles a lot and shit, and they fill up the gas tank, and then we're introduced to Viggo Mortensen in this movie. It was one of his early roles before, you know, of course, getting hitting it big time later on, playing this character named Tex, hitchhiker. But unlike the hitchhiker in the first movie, he's a little low key and stuff, you know, had the little cowboy shit or whatever. Flirts with the lead girl, but to make the long story short, the gas station guy flips out and fires his shotgun at the people in the car. They split, and the cowboy texts Viggo Mortensen, gives them a direction to go to, which they shouldn't have went to. And at least you have a return to, I guess, the pickup truck. I don't know, was it like a 4x4 big motherfucker truck like you've seen in part 2? Right. Which I always liked that truck for some reason. The way it's introduced when it comes out of the garage. And this crazy gas station motherfucker shooting the shotgun here. You gotta get dick face. You gotta goddamn it. That motherfucker. So then they catch up to them, and the score, I like the way the score is done. And they throw a dead animal at the windshield. Now they're off the highway, and you have a scene which it builds up to, which we see Leatherface. And I like the Leatherface a little more in this movie because he's a little more ruthless than he was in the second film. And he's, for some reason, I guess they're not connecting the second movie to this movie. He's got a limp, so I'm assuming that's from the end scene of the first movie. The chainsaw fell on his leg. Right. So that kind of eliminates the suspense a little, because now he's limping after you with the little brace and everything. Right. And he got William Butler on the back. He's about to hit him with the saw, and he ends up chainsawing the back of the trunk, which makes no sense and everything. But then the lead girl gets a little proactive, hits the car in reverse, knocks out Leatherface with the car. Leatherface gets up with super strength and rips the fucking trunk off. And now we're introduced to the badass of this movie, Benny, played by Ken Foray, who you all know from Dawn of the Dead and whatever. And I'm sorry if I'm turning this into a review, but I mean, I love this movie. I mean, it's the first one I've seen, and what happens is we learn that, I guess, Benny, is going up to the mountains or whatever, hang out with some friends of his. We see, I guess he's I don't know, maybe he's a former veteran or something, because he has like a machine gun in his truck, and his car gets into an accident with two people. And we have a girl wandering around the woods and everything who has to be a survivor from one of Leatherface's victims. She gets pulled real bad because she gets a chainsaw through the stomach. And the unrated cut, which is on YouTube, by the way, folks, you see a little bit more what they tried to restore. So you see a little more blood and everything. But in the actual scene, it was actually impaled through the tree. But they didn't actually film that on the final cut. On the DVD, they show it on the on the cutting room floor scenes there. But I like the film. I know it's ridiculous, the whole thing with the final fight between Leatherface. That's one thing I liked about Ken Foree's character, man. He's such a badass. Leatherface comes at him with the saw, trying to taunt him with the saw. He kicks the saw away from Leatherface and gets into a brawl. I'm like, yeah, man, fuck him up. And they're fighting and everything. Like, yeah, Ken Foree. If Ken Foree ain't gonna take no shit from George Romero zombies, you think he's gonna take shit from Leatherface? Fuck no. They're fighting, and then Leatherface pulls out the Dremel saw and fucks up his leg a little bit. And then he's about to decapitate him, and then the girl that's wandering around the woods, the survivor or whatever, distracts Leatherface, and gets the guy away from Leatherface. I mean, gets Leatherface away from Ken Foree and everything. Then he becomes the kind of the badass in the movie. He goes after the gas attendant guy. But in the long run, I know I'm going on with this, but I like the film. It was the first one I seen. I know it's not on par with the other Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies before it, but I mean, it was the first one I seen, so I hold a special place in my heart for it, you know. And plus, I do like that idea that, you know, you had the black guy in the movie that doesn't, I mean, he gets killed, but I mean, he goes out fighting, you know. He's not gonna stay there and go, ah, you know, and just so it's gonna fuck him up, you know. It's Ken Foree. Come on. I mean, you had that fight where he fights Viggo Mortensen, which I know you're going to probably put the clip of, or you did it before, you know, when they're fighting, where there's a leak, where there's a gas leak right there by a truck and everything. And I love the little dialogue that Ken Foree has when he puts the axe pointing at Viggo Mortensen. What's wrong with you people? Why don't you leave us alone? And then Viggo Mortensen, but we're hungry. You ever had a pizza? Swings the axe at him and shit. Then they're fighting. That's one thing, when Ken Foree does a fight scene in the movie, it looks real for some reason. I don't know why. Because even on the Rap Zombie Halloween commentary track, they say in that scene where he gets killed off in that movie, for some reason, him and Tyler Mane, they actually prolonged it a lot longer than the original writing. So I don't know, like Ken Foree doesn't make it easy for himself to die in a movie, I guess. And then, and everything like, but I don't know, I love the film. You know, it's the first one I seen. I know I repeated myself, so yeah, what you got to say about that, Matt?
Nah, that's pretty much it.
Oh God!
This wasn't. I had seen I think for me though, I had seen the second one first, and then the first one. So I had already seen those two by the time I got here, and I had seen this on cable because I had taped part 1. And then part 3 off cable. They were showing part 1 and part 3 back to back.
Oh, okay.
Late at night.
Cool.
And I had stayed up and watched the first one and really got creeped out, scared by it.
Of course.
But then I had watched the third one later on when I got home in the daytime.
Mm-hmm.
And I watched it and I went, it's, you know, and again, this is the R-rated version, of course, not the R-cut one.
Yeah. And,
you know, I like Ken Foree.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember the first time I saw this, I was actually happy that he lived at the end.
Yeah. Even though it's ridiculous, I understand the whole thing with the saw to the side of his head and everything, you know.
Yeah, if they would have, I don't know, if they would have fixed beforehand, you know, just not have Leatherface even try to saw his head off.
Yeah.
If they, you know, cut some of that or reworked it.
Yeah, there's something like that or whatever, you know. Or maybe believe he drowned or something, which could work. I know sometimes you have some guy just floating up and all of a sudden come in there and fuck him up, you know.
I don't know. I mean, the film, it didn't have the gore of the second
movie. That's true.
And it didn't have, I didn't feel as intense as I did with the first movie.
Mm-hmm.
So when I saw this one, I went, it's alright. I have it in my DVD collection and I'm fine with it. I mean, maybe I was a little bit harsh on it the first time we talked about it in the beginning, but I mean, it's not a bad sequel. I mean, I'm fine with it. And
compared to the one that comes after it,
yeah.
Yeah, but I like that idea. I mean, I like the idea of Ken Foree. That was a good casting choice, you know, to get him in there and stuff, and that he was not going to be an easy, you know, target. Think about it. Between part 2 and part 3, in the new films, can you think of any male lead character that gave Leatherface a decent fight? No, but not really. No.
Dennis Hopper.
I mean, yeah, but I'm talking about, okay, in part 2 and part 3. Okay, you have Dennis Hopper and you have Benny, Ken Foree, or whatever, right?
No, I'm saying I like Ken Foree better. I'm just saying, but Dennis Hopper had
Yeah, he had the sword. Yeah, I agree. I'm talking about part 2 and 3. Now they're the ones that gave Leatherface a good fight. After those movies, can you think of any lead character in Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie after part 2 and 3 that gave Leatherface a decent fight? In the remake and in the prequel? The lead guy.
No.
Exactly. I mean, the only one that comes close, but that's not a lead guy though, is Jessica Biel in the remake when she fucks up Leatherface with the meat cleaver, which I always liked that scene because what she did to him was worse than killing him, fuck. I mean, I would have kept on until he was on the floor, but, the idea was to get the fuck away from him as far as she can. So right. Taking off his arm and him bitching. I'm like, yeah! Right. Had him crying like a bitch trying to pick up that saw. And shit. And everything like that. Fuck. But anyway, this movie, I mean, I give it a good place in my heart. I know a lot of you out there might not like the film, but hey, I mean, some of the movies that you all like, I don't like, so it goes both ways, That's all. Stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah. And the soundtrack kicks ass. I mean, I like the soundtrack for this. Yeah. Something with your mic?
Nah, just fucking thing.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
Alright, so next one is 1991 we're in now. Freddy's Dead, The Final Nightmare.
Yeah, Freddy's Dead. I remember I did see this at a theater.
Oh, cool.
And I think it's only, other than Freddy vs. Jason, it's the only one I got to see at a theater.
Okay.
So, I mean, I had fun with it, but, it's, you have Freddy Krueger flying around like the wicked, Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, Wicked Witch of the West and stuff. But I gotta admit, it had some fun to it though. I mean, compared to part 5, I mean, I liked the idea of Breckin Meyer's character that, he actually kills him like a video game, like a Mario Brothers thing, and Freddy got the power glove.
Yeah, the
and
power
stuff,
glove.
and everything like that. He's going great graphics and stuff. I kind of got a kick out of that one, a little bit. But I don't know. I couldn't enjoy it as the same intensity as the Nightmare on Elm Street movies before it, but it was there. Well.
Yeah, I did watch it. I mean, I had fun. I mean, they did end it. They actually did have an ending, but the 3D effects were fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean, I like the scene where he's with Yafakato and the seasons. They tried to burn me.
Cuts off the finger.
This is my favorite. Gives him the finger. They used holy water.
Yeah.
But I just keep on ticking.
Yeah.
I like those moments. I think Robert Englund did a better job than in part 5.
Yeah.
It has a lot of stuff going on, a lot of action, a lot of stuff doing with the dream scenes. There's a lot of activity.
Yeah.
With the beginning with the guys in the airplane, it gets parachuted out, ejected out, and a lot of action. Getting hit with the bus and being thrown out, and have a lot of special effects. But at the same time, there's some goofiness as well that, again...
The only thing I didn't care about the movie was I didn't like the cameo by Roseanne Barr. Roseanne, I said, Roseanne in the Freddy movie? It's like,
What about the Alice Cooper?
Alice Cooper, that's right, Alice Cooper as Freddy's dad, I don't know. I mean, it's a good idea to throw him in there, I guess. I don't know why, because, I mean, Alice Cooper did the song for Friday 13. I thought he'd be in one of those Friday 13 movies, but... Yeah, look, they threw him in there, I didn't like the lead girl that much, Lisa Zane. The whole thing of Freddy's daughter and all this stuff like that,
Like, when did he get a daughter?
Whatever.
He has a daughter that we never heard about for 5 movies. It's always strange when they do that.
Yeah, he just threw it in there. They just really wanted to put an end to it, I guess.
I do like the song, the Voodoo Dolls. I'm awake now.
Yeah.
I do like that song. So,
yeah.
I mean, I saw this at a theater, so I still like it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't dislike this movie like part 5. I mean, 'cause I know they were having fun with this one and they were trying to wrap everything up and everything like that. Even though it's not as big as a body count, but it's some fun. Like you have that kid that's here that has a problem with his ear. He's deaf in one ear. And Freddy does that scene in which he like throws a bunch of pins and everything on the floor and his head blows up.
But yeah, I mean, they sort of sometimes get way too goofy.
Yeah, they get too silly at times, you know. And everything. But the movie that came after it in 1994 made up for it, I feel, you know. Because Wes Craven got back in there and Heather Langenkamp came in, even though she's playing herself. You know, it was a good thriller, you know. It went back to the seriousness.
I don't think they have that on the list, but we didn't talk about that one.
Oh,
Wes Craven's New Nightmare.
Oh, New Nightmare. Yeah, that's 1994, which is about 10 years since the first movie. It's one of my faves. I mean, I love the idea of, okay, this time, okay, a movie within a movie, but it seems like it's written a lot more better than Seed of Chucky is written and stuff like that. I mean, it's not goofy, done seriously.
Yeah, I mean, what I like being as a fan, I mean, for those who don't know, it takes place supposedly in the real world. You have Heather Langenkamp back.
Playing herself, though.
And she's playing herself. You have John Saxon, Wes Craven playing themselves, Robert and everybody in Hollywood. And you see, like, her on talk shows, and you see her talking to producer Bob Shea and how they want to do another one. And apparently everybody's been having these weird, you know, things going on. During around I think like a lot of times they get earthquakes.
Yeah.
That film, and Heather Langenkamp has a son who. That was the one problem I had. I didn't like the kid. I didn't like that little kid who. I remember he was in Kindergarten Cop because he's the one that goes, you know. Men has penis, women have vaginas.
Oh, Kindergarten Cop, yeah.
Yeah. That's the same little kid, and I didn't like him, but...
I believe I'm not sure, but I think he's also in that Bruce Willis movie, Mercury Rising. He looked like the same kid from Mercury Rising.
He might be.
Yeah, he played a similar character like that, too. Artistic kid that's... I don't know.
Well, he's not autistic in this.
Yeah, I think he's just not... In this movie, he's not autistic. I know in Mercury Rising, he was artistic, but... I don't know. I mean, I liked the babysitter girl, because she was pretty hot. She seemed like a real sweetheart. I got mad when she got killed, though.
But what was cool was that they gave Freddy, the newer Freddy, a pretty cool look.
Yeah, with the trench coat and the hat.
Try to make him scary again, and now I wasn't scared, but I liked the look, and you could tell this was a different Freddy.
Yeah.
And Heather Langenkamp, I thought, did a great job.
Of course. And they even had Robert Englund, you know, like playing himself as well and stuff. And it, you know, like Freddy without his makeup. Like he's talking about, he's been having dreams. You see like a painting he's doing of a newer Freddy. That's like the way that Heather Langenkamp's Heather Langenkamp's describing it to him on the phone. And I think this movie is on YouTube, I believe. New Nightmare. It's a pretty solid thriller. I gotta get the DVD. I mean, and when it first came out, I gotta admit. The way it was advertised, the way the behind the scenes footage looked at, I was like, I don't know about this, man. It's a movie within a movie. And then one night, late night, it was around October night, back in 2002, matter of fact, I was flicking through channels on an IFC channel, which is like a cable channel to give a lot of shit or whatever. And they were giving New Nightmare, and I sat down the first time I got into this shit. I'm like, wow. And then you got the Heather Langenkamp's husband's like a special effects guy, who's designing the new glove, and the glove comes to life and kind of comes through the seat where his driver's seat is and impales, gives him a slow grab through his stomach all the way down, I guess, to his thing, till he gets into a car accident. Really good special effects scene, you know. And it's a good movie, very good film. The only scene that pissed me off was that scene with the babysitter, the blonde girl gets killed, because I liked the character. I didn't want to see her go. And it's kind of a little bit of a mimic of the scene of the first movie. But for some reason it seems more brutal because the kid is witnessing this, though. He's grabbing her and, you know, pushing her from the wall to the ceiling. The kid's looking up screaming. And then he tells the kid, you ever played Skin the Cat or something like that? Skin a Cat? And he kills her right there in front of the kid from the ceiling and all the way down. You know.
I don't know, for some reason I always remember the scene where she actually talks to Wes Craven.
Yeah.
Himself. And there's like a piece of music that plays under it I always thought was cool when Wes Craven is describing about, you know, what's happening, and, you know, that they got... The whole point is that they have to make a new film, and, you know, Heather Langenkamp has to sort of take her mantle back, as she had stopped him the first time. And then at the end, it sort of turns into almost like a Alice in Wonderland type of thing, where John Saxon, who's her friend, all of a sudden, goes back to his character in the first movie.
Yeah.
Calling her Nancy and stuff, and she has to find her kid, and goes into sort of, I don't know what you call it, that place she was at the end. I don't know what you call that, cave.
It's kind of like, I don't know, I guess hell, I guess, or something.
Yeah,
or
underworld
type of stuff and everything. I mean, it's a pretty solid film. I mean, Wes Craven, I guess he came back and he did it the right way, I guess. I mean, he must have seen how the sequels were going with it, so I guess he wanted to put his spin on it or whatever. Yeah. It was a good job. It's not a bad film. It's in my favorites of the Nightmare on Elm Street movies, next to from 1 through 4. And,
yeah, I always liked it. I liked Heather Langenkamp.
Heather Langenkamp, she's a sweetheart. Beautiful body and everything. Looking forward to that documentary. I'm curious to hear all the backstories behind these Nightmare on Elm Street movies.
Right.
Yeah. Now, I guess the next film, I remember they used to give it a lot on cable. Some movie called Popcorn. I don't know if you ever seen it, Matt.
Once. Have you seen it? I know you said you...
Yeah, they gave it a lot on cable, a lot. I remember I used to watch it. It's something like, I guess these kids in the small town, right? They're gonna restore this movie theater up that years back, some crazy guy named Gates, I think, had burned a bunch of people in this movie theater where they're watching a movie, and the theater's been burned down since, so they want to restore the theater and fix it back up. And what happened was the girl's mother is played by Dee Wallace, actually. What happened is that Dee Wallace actually killed the killer who burned down the theater years ago. And she gets like an obscene phone call saying that he's back. So she shows up at that theater with a gun and she gets taken away somehow. So we're left to think maybe she's dead. Her daughter doesn't know where her mom is at and just keeps on working in the theater with her friends, restoring like a montage bullshit or whatever.
Yeah, don't they have like a film festival of these 50s movies?
Yeah, there's like a film festival going on, which is like real like homemade movies they made. And they're like, you have one movie where giant mosquitoes sucking the life out of this guy. You see like weird special effect and everything.
Wasn't there one called like The Stench or The Smell, The Stench, something
like that? Yeah, like an aroma vision type of thing where the guy puts like a stink bomb or some kind of thing and everybody gets stinked out by it.
Yeah.
But you got some interesting kills. Like one guy who's I guess in a wheelchair, gets handcuffed and shaved. His back of the head gets shaved and gets electrocuted in the chair. And there's a scene in a movie where it's like a shock seats type of thing where your sheets jump up. He's controlling that, so he's screaming, but nobody can hear him screaming because the seats in the movie theater and everything. So it's a little bit of a weird movie, and
doesn't the killer like have these latex?
Yeah, he has like these masked faces or whatever. Because what happened is his face is burned, and we later find out the killer of the movie is not the killer from years back, but actually a victim of one of the people that got burned in the theater, who wants exact revenge on Dee Wallace's character for her shooting the killer, him causing him to burn down the theater. So he pretty much kills everybody in the theater. One guy gets killed by a remote control mosquito that they have on some kind of string. He gets impaled by that with a remote control box. And I don't know, I didn't think it was that, good, but I don't know. I mean, it's got practical kills at least compared to the shit now. I mean, it's worth one watch. I mean, I know it's like a little bit of a camp to it because you got little cutaways that happen when you see a little bit of the black and white movie they're watching and stuff at the theater and stuff like this. I don't know. I think the same girl, the black girl from People Under the Stairs and Nightmare 5 is in the movie. She plays the lead girl's friend.
Kelly Jo Mentor.
Yeah, her. She's in the movie. So I know you were telling me when you got that DVD extras that there was a backstory about her or something.
Yeah, something about like her and her family. Like I think they would steal stuff.
Yeah.
I think they were like before she got in the movies. Like their family would steal shit.
Damn.
I think it was like interview like on a Home Shopping Network type. It looked like something on a Home Shopping Network or whatever the hell it was. I remember the tagline for this movie though: "Buy a bag, go home in a box."
Yeah.
So yeah, I've seen this once, and it's been a while since I don't remember too much about it. So Effie remember a lot more.
Because they kept repeating this shit a lot on cable. Matter of fact, that year it came out, around 1992, when they released it on cable, they were giving this non-stop, more than Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I remember when they started airing the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the first one on cable and stuff. I'll be like, when are they gonna get Texas Chainsaw Massacre? Why am I watching this? But I mean, you have your curiosity about it. I mean, it's not that bad. I mean, compared to shit now, but it's not a gore fest or anything. You know, it's just like little kills and whatever. Like there's one scene there where the killer puts on a rubber face and he goes to kiss some girl, and the rubber melts and you see the rubber come off on the lips and everything, and stuff like that of the killer, and then the guy kills her. And
the face is supposed to look like other people.
Like other people, yeah. Like disguising, like Darkman type of shit, you know.
Oh, like Darkman, okay.
Yeah, but what the idea is that, you know, the girl kissed the guy thinking it was the guy, but what happened was when she kissed the lip, I guess she pulled off half of the mask or whatever. And it looks real good. They show it in slow motion pulling off. Like, it looked like she's pulling off the lips, but actually the mask is pulling off. And then we don't see his face till the end of the movie or whatever.
Oh, okay then.
Whatever. But I don't know. It was nothing that to run home about. But hey, you know, you want to get it's there. You know, it's there. Now the next one I never heard of, Camp Fear.
I read up a little bit about it. It has this girl named Betsy Russell who would be. She would later play in the Saw films, the ex-wife of Jigsaw.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that same girl. And plot didn't seem like nothing much. Not so much I didn't read it. Shit. Fuck, they don't even have much of a fucking explanation here. Okay, here it is. Sorry, folks.
Alright, no problems.
Sorority sisters offer camping in the woods with a handsome professor. They decide to do that instead of go to spring break. However, their orgy is interrupted when some druids find them and decide they need to sacrifice them to prevent the apocalypse at the start of the new millennium. Wow. That didn't sound boring at all.
Yeah, right?
And fuck that.
They sound like sorority girls. What is it with these girls in the sorority? A lot of shit happening there.
Tits.
Yeah, that's it. Maybe tits you get to see. That's about it. But if there's any tits, you know. Yeah.
But the next one, though, Candyman.
This movie, I remember I seen it on video, and I got drawn in by this movie. Even though there was a couple of scenes that disturbed me a little bit, but I could watch it, though.
I know one scene right now. It's the scene where they talk about the little kid.
That's right, yeah.
Same thing with me. The first time I saw this was back when it came out on video in '92. And
yeah, exactly.
That scene, I'm like, which is just the stream, and it's the fact that it was a little kid.
It was actually a kid that was mentally challenged. I mean, a retarded kid, I think. That's the story.
They showed it in the bathroom. They open the door, and isn't there like blood?
Yeah.
The toilet seat or something.
Yeah, you see the body and the blood there, and the idea was every time they will find anything that Candyman had done, like a dead body, the person that sees it, their hair would turn white and they'll run out of the room or whatever. Even though they never showed that, but that's the story they would stay with, you know.
But the film is based on Clive Barker's story, and you have Virginia Madsen.
Yeah.
She studies myths and legends, and she's sort of in the ghetto.
Yeah, in the ghetto, in Chicago, I think it was, though, St. Louis. Which I found refreshing. Okay, you have a horror movie, a supernatural horror movie that takes place in the ghetto. You know, in the city, the inner city. Why not? You know?
And the whole legend is that you go and you say Candyman's name 5 times.
In the mirror.
And then he'll come up behind you and fuck you up, basically.
Yeah, man, with a hook for a hand, and he's one of those, once again, those tragic, you know, monsters, pretty much. Because
yeah, he was a slave, right?
He was. I think he was actually, an aristocrat or something, and he had an affair with a white woman. I'm guessing it's way back. I don't know what era. And I guess the townspeople got jealous or something like that. Or the girl's father got mad. And they had tied him up and poured his body with honey until a swarm of bees came and stung him to death. Pretty much. And you have a cool scene in the movie, which I think Tony Todd, who plays Candyman, talked about it in that 100 Scary Moments on the Bravo thing. Remember?
Yeah.
He talked about the scene there. He's kissing Virginia Madsen with the bees coming out of him. Mouth. Yeah. I'm like, damn, that's a ballsy actor. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Tony Todd's a bad motherfucker. Like, damn, bees coming out of him and shit. But the whole thing about the movie that drew me in is that the Virginia Madsen character, Candyman, is infatuated with her and I guess wants her to join him. In order to do that, I guess she's got to want to die or some kind of shit. So he starts setting her up.
Yeah, and I really feel sorry for her because they keep thinking that she did, and they put her in an insane asylum, and like her boyfriend, her husband, is now sleeping with another girl.
A college girl, because he's a college professor as well, sleeping with the college girl and everything.
And I remember that scene where she's talking to like a psychiatrist, and then you see Candyman come behind him, and doesn't he go out the window?
No, he gets impaled from the back, from his stomach, or going all the way up.
Oh, then Candyman goes out the window.
Then he goes out the window, yeah. But then then he's like removing her restraints. I'm like, oh shit, you know. But there's one of those endings in which I'm screaming like, run, because it ends up with a whole story about how there's a baby missing, and for some reason there was a dog guarding the baby from this woman that lived in one of the apartments that was helping Virginia Madsen, and she is blamed for it because she's found in that room with a lot of blood. That's how she ends up in the mental hospital and everything like
dead,
and her friend is killed by Candyman, and the dog that was supposed to be the lady's dog is killed, and she wakes up with a meat cleaver in her hand, so she's blamed, sad to say. And you really give a shit about Virginia Madsen, man. And then we find out that Candyman's actually got the baby in some kind of weird thing, I guess, where everybody's burning or something. I don't know what exactly it was. It was like some kind of event. Everybody showed up to burn something.
Yeah.
I don't know. And then it leads to a real suspenseful scene where she's trying to get to the baby, and Candyman is like cutting his way through the thing, trying to get to her. And I'm not sure. I think he gets lit on fire. I'm not sure. He gets burned. And
yeah, he gets burned.
And she's pretty much halfway burned, but before she starts to die, she pretty much gives the baby back to the mother, and she dies. And you have an ultimate scene which they do not touch on in the sequels, which pisses me off. In which the husband, the asshole husband, looks in the mirror, right? Because the Virginia Madsen's character's name, I remember, was Helen. He looks in the mirror, he goes, Helen. He says her name 5 times, and then he puts water in his face, and out of nowhere, she shows up. I don't know why. For some reason, she looks like Bride of Frankenstein or something.
Well, because I thought she was still bald.
Maybe, I don't know. I don't remember.
Got burned.
Yeah, and then she shows up, and then I guess it grieves, and then all of a sudden you hear, it cuts away, and now you see the girlfriend of the husband coming upstairs with a large kitchen knife because she's cooking dinner and feeling all naive and shit, coming to check on him. And then she walks in the bathroom. He's actually almost castrated, like he's cut from his crotch to his stomach. And she's in the room screaming, and the blood, I guess, is touching the knife. So you know she's going to get fucked up now.
Yeah.
And the movie finishes. It's downbeat, but yet a little comeuppance. I don't know, but Virginia Madsen is what drew me into the movie a lot. You know, I mean, that this scene still disturbs me a bit. The whole thing with the boy being, forget it, but it's a good movie. Sad to say Clive Barker didn't direct it. It was based on his short story. I think Bernard Rose directed it. I don't know what he went on to direct after that. Is that same old man from Tron and Lost Boys?
No.
Oh, okay.
That's Bernard Hughes.
Okay, I'm sorry. I got Bernards mixed up, man.
But, yeah, I mean, I always enjoyed this film. I always thought it was a solid flick. Bernard Rose, he didn't do too much. I mean, I know before this he did a film called Paper House, which a lot of people talk about, but I've never seen it.
Yeah, they say it got him the job for this movie, I believe, Paper House.
Oh, he did some movies, but I've never heard of any of them. So.
Yeah, but Candyman is a solid flick. I mean, the sequels, I don't know what the fuck happens, but
yeah, some info I found out about Candyman though is that Virginia Madsen. It says on the DVD that she was really hypnotized in some of those scenes that she was supposed to be, because I guess the director knew how to hypnotize people, and he actually hypnotized Virginia Madsen to get her that look.
Really?
When Candyman's supposed to hypnotize her.
Yeah.
And also I think on the commentary they said that if they didn't get Virginia Madsen, they would have cast an unknown. And get this, the unknown would have been Sandra Bullock.
Get out of here, really? Sandra Bullock? Wow. But I mean,
this is before she did Speed and Demolition Man. So.
Wow. But
yeah, talk about the sequels, because
the sequels,
you seem very happy about them.
No. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think they went to different storylines with it. I mean, I wish they would have followed it up with, the Virginia Madsen character doing something a little more, Not so much. So
you had Candyman 2, Farewell to the Flesh, right?
Yeah.
I don't remember that one.
I know that one leaves the ghetto. It goes to New Orleans. All the way to New Orleans, and I guess once again you have a lead girl who happens to be a blonde, and for some reason Candyman has a thing for blondes. So
isn't she like a teacher or something?
She's like a teacher. I remember I believe the lead girl's from that movie. Her husband is that guy who plays the fucking villain in Beverly Hills Cop 3, but he gets killed off. Thank God, she's not in the movie that much. And Veronica Cartwright's in the movie. She plays her mom. It turns out her mom, her family line pretty much were the ancestors who killed Candyman, who killed him, and with the bees and everything. So I guess he's trying to exact a little revenge and stuff. But I don't know. It's just like a type of movie. Like they lost me a little bit. I think the first one had more of the intensity, a little more of this. I gave a shit about the lead girl. It's like that one, and the third one, like I didn't give a fuck about the lead girl, man.
And then Candyman 3 was called Day of the Dead.
Yeah, right. Donna D'Erco from Baywatch, trying to follow the footsteps of Pamela Anderson. Wow.
Do you remember what that one was about?
That one takes place, I don't know, I guess in Mexico or New Mexico or something, like the Day of the Dead, Dia de la Muerto or something, and
don't you have someone who is a relative of Candyman, like a descendant?
I think so.
To try to join him?
Something like that. I think so. It's Donna D'Erco or somebody. I don't know. I mean, the first one left so much to admire. That's what it is. And then when you see the sequels, you're like, that's it? I don't know. I wish I could be more helpful on the sequels. Just, I don't know.
Well, I've seen those and I barely remember them all.
Exactly. See? But I mean, I remember thinking they were like, oh, home, like nothing to run really home about compared to the first movie. I mean, come on, Virginia Madsen, and Tony Todd with the bees in his mouth, dude.
Yeah, and the hook.
And the hook, and the whole thing taking place in the ghetto and stuff. A supernatural story in the ghetto,
Exactly.
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, the only closest thing you see to that is that fucking Snoop Doggy Dogg movie, Bones, which was lame.
Well, talk about Bones.
I
know that's a little ahead, but
yeah, Bones is just movie about Snoop Doggy Dogg playing this pimp who is killed off, and one of his love interests was actually Pam Grier, who we find out the daughter. I think the boyfriend or something. That's another forgettable movie. I know it was just lame. It was stupid. Snoop Dogg is good, but he can't act. He's no Robert Englund, Oh, God.
Yes. Yeah. Bones, I know I saw and I forgot all about it.
Can I call you back?
Now, the next one we have here from 1992 is...
What happened?
Oh, I figure I didn't want to interrupt you.
No, I got off quickly. I'm sorry. Sorry about that, folks.
You're fine.
Okay. What you were saying?